Actually, this brings up an interesting point. We've never really get to see what the Federation does with its prisoners.
That's true.
We've only ever seen a couple prison colonies, but they were always for, like the screw-ups of the Federation, specifically for the Starfleet. So they were basically kind of like white-collar prison colonies.
Yeah. Never get to see the real scumbags. I mean, the only time we get to see real scumbags are in the Klingon prison on Undiscovered Country.
Right. And it's like, yeah, most of these people, we get why they were sent there.
Okay.
This is kind of interesting. It also implies that the Federation isn't above using prison/slave labor, according to this canon, essentially.
Yes, utopian society, right, folks?
Yep, built on the backs of prison labor.
Hello? Relax. The pilot's taking care of it.
Warning, safety tether disconnected. Warning, autopilot malfunction.
We're all gonna die. Okay.
So this rogue ship, the Discovery, did they just kill a pilot of a prison transport just to get one f***ing Starfleet officer?
Possible. I think it's why does the show not have the whole ethical release thing like the Sindru had?
Apparently they're that terrible of human beings. They have to be Section 31. Why else would they be doing this?
Yeah.
This is the USS Discovery. See, we're unloading all kinds of garbage today. Even Starfleet's first mutineer.
Oh, she cannot be the first.
On me.
Wait, there's no way she was the first. They've established that there's been people that have gone against the grain. Hell, they even have their right in front of them. In front of us, we have 3 prisoners.
But they weren't Starfleet officers, though.
True, but they had to have been Federation citizens.
Well, yes, but they didn't mutiny her as a member of Starfleet. That's what she said. But I still can't believe that she's the very first in the entire history of the Federation Starfleet to just mutiny.
Yeah, because by their own estimation, this has to be, almost 100 years since Enterprise.
Yeah.
With Captain Archer. That doesn't make sense. Actually, that doesn't even make sense timeline-wise. Because the Archer was still alive. Old man, but still alive in the Abrams films.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess he could be like 100 and something, but so it's got to be like 50 or 60 years. I don't know. So it'd have to be a relatively young organization then for her to be the first.
Yeah. Was it founded yesterday?
Apparently, it's no more than 50 to 60 years old as an organization.
Oh, they even have phaser rifles. God.
A couple of them do.
Yeah, so that makes even the second episode make even less sense. Like, send 2, give them only pistols and no security.
Yeah, send only 2 people who aren't security with the weakest weapon they have.
Science lab. What's with all the silver shirts?
It's a science vessel.
You ever seen a black badge before?
Wouldn't all black indicate either Mako or Section 31? All right, they're supposed to be like hardened criminals. Why are they integrating them in with the regular population? Wouldn't they just move straight to a cell?
You'd think.
And you can bring them food.
And also, the girl just walked by, Kayla, with that thing on her side of her face. Isn't that indicative of someone who was free from the Borg? I remember this one chick who worked with the doc.
No, you're thinking of like 7 of 9 and some other characters too.
Yeah.
No, that thing on the side of her head is from where she like struck her head when that the bridge exploded. Yeah, so I'm really confused why they have the prisoners in the population of this ship.
If I see them using silverware, I'm gonna just burst into laughter.
They already have silverware.
Oh.
See?
Oh god, that is the dumbest. If they're plastic forks, I say sure, but they're metal forks. Why don't you just say, hey, make a shiv out of me right here, you know?
It really doesn't make sense because they expressed that these 3, the impression I got is the 3 prisoners and her, Michael Burnham, at least for the 3 in the gray suits, are hardened criminals.
Yeah. I mean,
they were being sent to a planetoid to mine dilithium in an environment that is almost assured death.
Yeah.
You have to fuck up pretty bad.
Yeah, just bad shit. I mean, Michael, I can understand they want her in the cafeteria because she was once Starfleet, and they maybe think, hey, maybe she's gonna be less inclined to do some shit. based on the circumstances of her case. But the other three, it's like, why aren't they in irons and like in their own, and secluded away from the rest of the crew?
Yeah, you know they have to have a prison cell system. I mean, come on, every ship has at least one.
Yeah.
And on top of that, the only thing I can think of, I could understand her slightly being there, maybe as like a courtesy to a former officer kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or like kind of like naval tradition sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But the other three, I don't get at all.
No, like, I'm surprised they didn't just kill those three right off the bat and just keep Michael.
Yeah, I mean, they already killed the pilot.
She was actual Federation.
Yeah. Okay.
What? That came right the out of nowhere.
On top of that, she's showing far better fighting skills now than when she was fighting the Klingons.
Yes, that too. And it's also like the only person there who had real reason to like try to kill her was the Asian chick because her brother died. The other guy, she barely said 2 words to him.
Yeah, he didn't say anything that would make me think that he had family there as well.
Yeah.
There's a lot of weird choices already going on in this first 8 minutes that have got me even more confused than the first 2 episodes.
Yeah, this is about a 4 for me as an episode so far.
Yeah, unless it swings around real quick.
I can't see this man being a captain. I mean, much as I like him as a character, he never struck me as the kind who had the authority to command, you know?
Well, I don't think he's band officer, science officer 1, and it strikes me more as, given his racist propensity for abject terror constantly,
Yeah.
I don't think they'd command roll him. I think they'd, if he's good at science, they'd just stick him in the science wing.
Yeah.
No matter how deep
Oh,
in
they
space
did
you
not.
are.
Oh, they got a tribble.
Oh, come
A tribble.
on. We didn't. They didn't even know what tribbles were till TOS.
That wasn't until Trouble with Tribbles in season 2.
Yeah.
That was the first introduction of them. Okay, this is clearly not the original timeline.
It can't be. It really
I think
can't be.
this has to be its own thing, completely separate timeline from everything else we've seen before.
Yeah.
Sir.
Question is, what am I going to do with you?
So this all feels very Section 31.
Yeah, and also they should have let Jason Isaacs keep his British accent because he sounds way cooler, more badass with it. And I met him in person a few times. Also, what's with the fortune cookies? I mean, like, he said it's a family business. He doesn't really strike me as the kind of guy who'd be in the fortune cookie business, you know? Not to be, like, racist, but...
It strikes me more as like a weird background plot point.
Yeah.
But I don't get it. It seems superfluous to the character.
Mm-hmm.
Like, now, if he had been like eating it and then be like, "These are such a kishy thing from my childhood. I just love them," or something.
Yeah, that'd be better.
Yeah, it's it was kind of like something to do with fate. It was like cracks it open and he reads the little fortune. It's like always nice to kind of think that sometimes these happy fates are something we can strive for. It's dark times or something.
That would work way better.
Yeah.
Oh, it's my family business. Like, you should have been like, oh, use it as a plot point to actually develop the scene, not just, oh, it's there for the sake of being there,
Yeah, like the Tribble, which is there for some reason.
And just destroys continuity. It's like, thank you, Discovery. You fucked up on the 3rd episode and fucked up all the continuity.
Yeah.